You know how to do this. You know how to do it. It is a fundamental skill and ability that we have as individuals and as groups of humans. This fellow is Tall Bull, chief of the Sioux. The buffalo are diminishing fast. The antelope that were plenty a few years ago, they are now thin. When they shall die, we shall be hungry and shall be wanting something to eat. There's a process for seeking new spaces, and we all know what it is. What would Tall Bull have done? What would he have done? He would have sat around with the others in the tribe, and they would have sat around the fire and beat the drums and talked about it and come to the realization, yes, we must move. We can't stay in our due diligence world forever. We must move, right? How is that different from us saying we need a charter for innovation? We need a contract with ourselves for innovation. Let's build a charter and say, here is, we must move. But you beat the drums and you get a commitment from the organization and a realization that where we are is untenable. We must move. Number one, if you don't believe you have to move, you will not move, because anything is easier than radical innovation. So don't do it if you don't have to. And then what do? You send out the scouts. You send out the kids, the fast runners, the young warriors. You send them and you say, one north and one south and one east and one west, and you say, hey, run as fast as you can until the moon is full, and then turn around and run back. Tell us what you see. And so they'd get out there and they'd run like the Dickens, and they'd run and they'd run and they'd run, and they'd see buffalo in the distance, and they'd come up against a canyon or a river, and they'd turn and they'd run and they'd run and run, and then they'd run back. And they'd come back and they'd sit around the fire and say, here's what I saw. I saw buffalo in the distance. I saw this. I saw that. I saw a river filled with fish. How is that different from sending somebody out to do focus groups, to go into people's homes, to go to the factories of your customers? How is that different than doing a technical search or something like that, a patent search? How is that different? We go out and we look at the whole world and we say, look at all the things that are going on. And we come back and we talk about it. And we beat the drums some more and we say, there's some interesting possibilities. Where we saw a buffalo sign, maybe we should go there. Now, do we just pack up and go there? No. If we saw those buffalo signs, what we do is we send out our most experienced hunters. We send out our most experienced hunting party and we say, go where that runner went and see if there's something there. And when you go there, you don't just look and see if there's some buffalo there. You hunt buffalo. And you dig herbs. And you bring back plants and other things. And you bring back stories. And do you map your path on the way out? No, you map your path on the way back. You don't exactly know where you're going on the way out. On the way back, you map your path and you say, gosh, the tribe could live here and it could stop here and we could winter over here if we had to. And each step of this way, there'll be fresh water and so on. We can move. There is a path. And when the warriors come back, when the hunters come back, they bring back a buffalo robe and the people can look at it around the fire and say, this was a healthy buffalo. We could live with this buffalo. We could live on this buffalo. We could do that. And you beat the drums, and then you decide, where should we move? And it's a serious decision because not everybody is going to be able to make that transition, are they? Not everybody is going to be able to leap forward. Some may stay where you are, and they could do quite well on due diligence. Some may move forward. One of my first clients was Federal Express. Mike Bash of Federal Express, who was one of the first venture team members with FedEx, says what Fred Smith doesn't say in his book, and that is, of the 10 venture team members, 7 of them ended their marriages during the first 5 years of FedEx's existence.